All right, welcome to the After Hours Experience Extra. I am TC Restani. I am joined in my little studio by none other than the greatest co-host of all time, the one and the only, the legendary Colonel Bull Montana. What's going on, Colonel?
Hey, what's happening, TC? Hey, folks, we're doing the iPod tonight, folks.
We are doing a podcast, and this is we're just about a week before Thanksgiving, Colonel. And everybody out there is wondering, what is the Colonel doing for Thanksgiving?
Well, the Colonel, actually, TC, I'll be home with the Montana clan.
With the Montana clan, huh? What are you having? Now you're Italian. What are you having? You having like an Italian turkey, or are you having like the regular standard turkey?
No, we're having a regular butterball turkey.
Regular butterball turkey. How many?
2 turkeys.
2 turkeys. What's your favorite part of the turkey?
Well, the favorite part of the turkey is the turkey legs.
You like the turkey legs? White meat or dark meat?
I could either. Doesn't matter.
It don't matter. It all goes down the same way, huh?
Yep.
Now, I understand that you have relatives that date back to the Mayflower. A lot of people don't know that actually on your grandmother's side, there were relatives that were on the Mayflower. Talk about that.
Well, that's going way back a long time ago.
I understand that, some of them from Italy made their way to England, and they were stowaways on the Mayflower.
That's correct.
And that's how the Montana clan on your grandmother's side came to the United States of America. And have you ever been down to Plymouth Rock?
Yes, I have.
What's that like? I've never been to Plymouth Rock.
The only part of Plymouth is I was on the Mayflower down there.
Oh, you were on the replica Mayflower down
Correct, TC.
Now, did that bring back any fond memories? Did you channel anything from your great grandparents?
All I know, I went to the Plymouth plantation there, and I wanted to see what it was back.
What it was like back then, huh?
Correct.
You think you would have survived back in the 1600s?
Correct.
You would have, huh?
Yep.
You know how to hunt and fish and all that other stuff?
No, I just know how to fish.
You just know how to fish. Well, what happens in the wintertime when you couldn't fish? Could you go out there and hunt geese and duck and deer and all that other stuff?
I believe so. That's what they did back then.
Now, you're pretty good with a rifle.
So.
So. I mean, you're good at throwing darts. That's where one of your nicknames Bull came from. You always hitting bullseyes and whatnot.
That's correct.
Now, if you were, this is fascinating here. If you were Pilgrim, Montana, what would you have done back there to survive?
Well, if they had darts back then, I go out there and throw a dart and hit the animal.
So basically, you would just use a dot and throw it at a deer and then knock it down.
Correct.
Do you know how to skin a deer and all that other stuff?
No, I don't.
Nah, that's what Mrs. Montana is for, right?
Yep.
If you had Mrs. Montana back in the Pilgrim ages. That's fascinating. Now, Colonel, we're coming up on 2015. Hopefully, we're going to be having a brand new set. Rumor has it that we're going to launch it sometime around my birthday in March of 2015.
That's correct.
And you are getting in fabulous shape. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm not pulling the wool over anybody's eyes here. I mean, you wish we were on a webcam or something right now. Colonel Montana, you look fabulous. What have you been doing to lose all this weight?
Well, TC, I've been walking that beautiful Winthrop Beach there.
Winthrop, which is right next to Revere Beach, correct?
Correct.
And how many pounds do you think you're down?
I think I lost about 6 pounds.
No, you're down a lot more than 6 pounds, my friend.
I don't know.
I haven't seen you since late summer, early fall.
Correct.
A good 2 or 3 months ago, and you've got to be down. And I'm not lying here. Got to be down at least 25 or 30 pounds.
I don't know what I'm up to right now.
Yeah. You don't have to weigh yourself, but I can tell you. I mean, you look great, Colonel.
Thank you.
Now, are you getting ready for the bullpen? Is that what you're doing?
I believe so. That's what I'm going to try to get ready.
Because the last time we weighed you and measured you back in January, I believe, you weren't exactly in bullpen shape. But right now, I could say you could be in the bullpen 2 times yourself.
Correct, sir.
Unbelievable. Now, what else has been going on with you? I heard you've been hanging around the north end of Boston a lot. A lot of fans have been sending me, tweets and whatnot saying that they've seen you down there.
Well, actually, I belong to St. Joseph's Society down there.
And for the fans out there that don't know, what is St. Joseph's Society?
St. Joseph's Society is like a club where you learn about the Lord.
So it's like a church service then.
Correct.
Now, you one of those guys that was in Godfather 2 carrying a statue with money all over it?
No, well, actually, my what I do we have like a procession, and we have a band after the procession. We march through the excuse me. We march through the streets of North End. And actually, my job with the club is that I hold the United States flag, and we march up and down from Hanover Street, Snow Hill, all the way around.
Oh, yeah? That's fascinating. Well, you are a veteran holding the American flag.
Correct.
I mean, they don't call you Colonel for nothing.
And after the procession there, we had about 2 weeks after the procession, we had a thing at one of the churches there in the North End, and I met Cardinal Sean O'Malley.
I know. I saw a picture of that. You met the actual Cardinal of the Archdiocese of Massachusetts.
Correct.
And did he give you a blessing or anything?
Yes, he did.
Unbelievable. I know he's a big fan of the show. I know he's a big fan of you because he sees you all the time in the North End carrying the American flag for all these processions and whatnot. Did he give you any words of advice or any little bits of wisdom?
No, he didn't, sir.
Just a blessing, huh?
Yep.
Unbelievable. Now, Christmas time. We're coming up on Christmas time. I know you like our big spender out there buying all the Christmas gifts for everybody. I know I'm looking forward to my Christmas gift is from you as always. What do you got planned for the big Christmas season, Colonel?
Well, I think we want to get the cast together so we could go around knocking on doors, singing, caroling.
Well, you have done that in the past with Dr. McMurphy. He was singing English Christmas songs, and you were singing the American English songs. But I'm thinking maybe that we should get the cast together for a little party up at the Kowloon.
I believe so, sir.
And for those of you who don't know what the Kowloon is the biggest Chinese restaurant on planet Earth. All the big-time celebrities go there. All the WWE wrestlers go in there every time they're in town. And you get us a discount in there because you've known the Wongs for a very long time.
Correct, sir.
What's your favorite thing at the Kowloon?
My favorite at the Kowloon was the rice with the chicken.
Rice with the chicken, huh? Not the Peking raviolis?
Sometimes.
I know you and Jeff always fight over the last one.
Correct.
Now, have you met any celebrities since the last time I saw you, Colonel? I know you had the big-time summer reunion with Johnny Depp over the summer down at the Pizza Kitchen where they were filming, Black Mass there, and you were having a fun time with Johnny Depp over the summer. But have you been hanging around with anybody? Impress us, other than Sean O'Malley, the Cardinal.
Well, I haven't seen no one around. No celebrities at all.
Well, when you're the biggest celebrity in the room, it's kind of hard to find other celebrities. Isn't that right, Colonel?
That's correct, CC.
Unbelievable. Now, speaking of, we're getting back to Christmas here. What was your favorite Christmas gift that you ever received as a kid?
Well, my favorite gift was when I was a little kid, a little drum set.
A little drum set. Maybe that's why you got the nickname Ringo, huh?
I believe so.
How did you get the nickname Ringo? A lot of people have wanted to know that, including myself. I know some kind of little bits and pieces of the story how you became Ringo, but what's the real story how you, Bull Ringo Montana, came into existence?
Well, it started when I was a little kid up in East Boston, up on Eagle Hill, was right near the high school, right where they shot Blown Away.
Okay, the movie with Tommy Lee Jones.
Lee Jones and
Jeff Bridges.
Correct.
Unbelievable.
And then when I lived up on the hill, there was started with the old tin barrels. And we turned them around, and there was a tree there. So I broke two little branches, and I started to head in the.
And of course, this is when Beatlemania came to town, when all the Beatles were there. Were you there when they played down at
Suffolk Downs?
Suffolk Downs.
I was only a little kid back then.
Okay, but could you hear them from your house? I mean, Suffolk Downs wasn't too far from your home.
but my grandmother at the time was living near Porter Street, and we seen the Entourage.
Oh, really?
Yeah, correct.
Other than Ringo, who was your favorite Beatle?
What happens to be one of the greatest guitar players with them was the lead guitar player was Paul McCartney.
Paul McCartney, huh?
Yeah.
Me, South Boston Jeff, and Signature Boy Donnie. When we were down in New York City back in October, we actually visited the Dakota apartment where John Lennon was killed.
Wow.
I mean, it was kind of historic and eerie to actually be where John Lennon left this planet.
Wow.
I mean, you should make a trip down there, being that your nickname is Ringo.
Would that happen to be at 126th Street or something.
No,
I believe.
that's in Harlem. It was on 72nd Street, I believe.
Wow.
Central Park West.
Wow.
Somewhere in there. It was very. If you've never been down there, ladies and gentlemen, and you're a Beatles fan, it's just a somber place. I mean, you could feel the energy, the negative energy there, that what took place there. It's very eerie.
You know, speaking of that, I believe its anniversary is coming up. I believe so.
I believe it was December 8th, 1980.
Well, next month.
Next month, yeah, that incident took place. Yeah, you should go down there, Colonel. Next time we go down to New York, you should go up there and visit it and get your picture in front of it. It's kind of very historic. It's fantastic. What other instruments do you play? I mean, you play the drums. You talked about your favorite Christmas gift ever was a little drum set. What other instruments do you play?
Well, TC, I play the tambourine too.
You do play the tambourine.
Correct.
Who inspired you on the tambourine? Was it Davy Jones from the Monkees?
No, it wasn't.
Can you hum a few bars from a monkey song and pretend you're playing the tambourine?
Hey, with a monkey, think of turning around, get ready, but we're coming to the town.
Unbelievable! That's fantastic. Who was your favorite monkey?
What happened to be Peter Tork?
Peter Tork, huh?
Correct. I believe me, you, and Jeff. Jeff, we met him in. I believe it was New Jersey, I believe.
I think we've met him quite a few times. Yeah,
Correct.
Peter Tork. He does the convention circuit quite a bit.
Yeah.
And I know you guys were talking about tambourines and music and whatnot. He remembered you from when you were the head bouncer down at the channel.
That's correct.
Back in the 70s and the 80s.
Speaking of that, folks, by the way, you know that there was, I believe, there was one of the original Monkees was from around Massachusetts, but
really?
I'm not too sure. But someone said Mickey Dolan was around from
really
around from Massachusetts.
I know a lot of some of the members of the Jay Giles band, and of course Aerosmith and the Cars are from Boston.
Correct.
And of course, people from the group Boston, are from Boston. Well, the late great Brad Delp, who was a good friend of yours, by the way.
Yeah.
He was. I always spoke highly of you, and we used to tape him doing his Beetlejuice concerts.
Yep.
But I was talking about someone not too long ago about our old days out in Las Vegas, Nevada at the Damp Napkin.
Correct.
When you were the head bouncer. That's where I met you so many moons ago. Now, for those of you who don't know, the Damp Napkin was run by my uncle, and it was a run down off the strip, and I mean way off the strip, a little joint where the has-beens and the never-wers performed night in and night out, but they were fantastic acts. And the Colonel just so happened to be the doorman there, and that is where our paths crossed for the very first time. And you had some great stories out of the Damp Napkin. I believe Frank Sinatra at one time ran out of gas in front of the Damp Napkin, and you actually got gas for Old Blue Eyes.
That's correct, sir.
How did that happen? Give us the 411 on that.
I was standing there, and I seen like one of the cars pull up, and it was him getting out. And I go, sir, can I help you? He goes, yeah, we just ran out of gas. He goes, what can you do?
And that's how it happened, huh?
Yeah.
Frank Sinatra got out of the car. Not his limo driver, but Frank Sinatra.
I mean, the late great singer's
his limo driver.
His chauffeur got out of the car.
Oh, his chauffeur. Wasn't his limo driver. It was his chauffeur. That's right. Frank had his own personal cars and whatnot. See, you've met everybody. I can't believe it. You met Frank Sinatra, and he ran out of gas, and he broke down right in front of the Damp Napkin. That was long before I was down at the Damp Napkin, because when we were down there, you wanted to run out of gas just to get the hell out of there.
Yep.
It's sad that they tore that building down now. There's nothing there now. It's just dust. I mean, that's going back. I mean, you were there from the 60s, 70s, and the early 80s. I mean, I was there probably, after I left Atlantic City, New Jersey, I moved out there with my uncle. I was probably around 9, 10, or 11 when I met you. So that's a long time ago. Any fond memories of the Damp Napkin?
I just miss it,
We should get our money together. We should build a Damp Napkin East as a tribute. Build our own nightclub and call it the Damp Napkin East.
Then we got to get a lot of celebrities from up this north way.
You'll have no problem filling that place. You put your name. We call it Bull Montana's Damp Napkin. Are you kidding me? The acts will come in from all over the world, from coast to coast and border to border and all points in between. They're all going to be headlining at the Damp Napkin. Now, I understand, Colonel, we're going to be wrapping this interview up real quick. You have an appointment with stylist Liz. She's going to get you fit for your big New Year's Eve party that you're going to be having that none of us seem to be invited to. I mean, she told me that you want a gold tux. What's the deal with this New Year's Eve party?
I don't know, TC.
What do you mean you don't know? It's your own party.
I don't know nothing about it.
Oh, okay. You just don't want anybody else to know about it. I understand that it's not even taking place in the United States. It could be taking place in Canada or Europe.
I don't know.
Oh, you're real close-lipped on this one. Well, Liz was telling me that you wanted a gold-plated tuxedo to bring in 2015.
Wow.
What do you mean, wow? Well, don't pretend like you don't know what I'm talking about.
I don't know what you're talking about, honest.
Oh, yeah. Well, I understand that the only person that may be getting an invitation, maybe, is Sabrina.
Oh, and if I get another one, you're invited.
I already have plans for New Year's Eve. I already have my own set of plans. But if you don't want to let me know about it, that's perfectly okay because you are the colonel and you are it's your party and we'll cry if we want to.
TC, be honest. I
am being honest.
Honest to you, I don't even know nothing about this party.
Oh, maybe it's a surprise party. Maybe I let the cat out of the bag. But you did have an appointment with stylist Liz going to get yourself, measured out for a gold tuxedo. She told me. She doesn't lie.
Wow.
Well, you were there. Don't. She showed me pictures. You were there. What's the deal, Colonel? Come clean.
I don't know nothing.
All right, you're not going to say anything about that, huh?
I don't know nothing at all.
Okay, all right. Maybe my invitation just got lost in the mail.
TC, I don't know nothing.
Okay, Colonel. I totally believe you, 100%. All right, this may be the final time before 2015. You want to shout out to anybody out there?
Hey, I'd like to say hello, Andy. Andy, happy Thanksgiving. Merry Christmas to everybody. Bon Natale.
Unbelievable. Of course, that's your good friend Andy, who lives up in Winnipeg.
Right.
She's your #1 Canadian fan. Maybe that's who you're spending the New Year's Eve with. You just don't want anybody to know.
I believe that they got a lot of snow up there, right?
Well, they got a lot of snow everywhere. You hear about our friends up in Buffalo, New York? They got 6 feet of snow.
Yeah.
Imagine 6 feet of snow.
Wow.
I mean, that's taller than me and you.
Look at that basketball team there, the girls' basketball team. They got stuff for 3 days. No food or water.
Why, because of the blizzard?
Yeah.
They could have ate snow. They could open the window and ate snow.
What they did, I believe they tried to open the door.
And it wouldn't open?
No, and they got some snow and they melted the water.
Unbelievable. Well, you are a survival man over there. You would have survived 6 feet of snow.
No, but
you survived the blizzard of 78.
TC, the blizzard of 78. I was out evacuating people.
Were you? How were you doing that?
I went out with the army with the army that came up from South Carolina back then during the blizzard.
Okay, so you were hanging around with the militia and whatnot, driving around, saving people.
Correct.
I was a young lad at the time, and I was living out in Las Vegas, so I had no connection to the blizzard of 78 that took place around here in the Northeast. But you were here, and maybe that's the time when you were on actually, I do remember that. You went on vacation from the Damp Napkin, and what a great time to go on vacation, which was February, and you got stuck in a blizzard. We didn't see it for 3 months.
Right.
Unbelievable. All right, Colonel, this has been a fantastic interview. I want to thank you. I want to wish you a happy Thanksgiving, a Merry Christmas, and a Happy New Year. Obviously, you're going to have a Happy New Year in your gold-plated tuxedo that no one knows about.
I want to wish you a happy Thanksgiving and a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, sir.
Unbelievable. And, of course, you can follow me on Twitter at TC Restani. And we're going to get you on Twitter in 2015, Colonel.
Correct.
Unbelievable. Just like the TV version, this is After Hours, and we what?
We're never closed.